Good evening, air signs, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I'd like to do is I'm going to get you started with a more special topics type reading, and this reading is valid until the end of next month. And basically, this reading will be more of a reading to help you, ladies and gentlemen, recapture that unshakable inner peace that you once felt. Okay, so what we're going to do today, I'm going to do more of a alignment type reading, and it's going to be, we're going to focus specifically on your romantic situation, but we're going to look at it to help you understand what you may have gone through and what you are presently experiencing experiencing from a more spiritual type sense, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, if you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. Okay, now, with this reading, air signs, it will not resonate with each and every one of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope that it certainly offers you the information that you are, in fact, seeking. Okay? So, with that said, here, I'm going to go on and just get out my deck here. And we're going to help you restore, ladies and gentlemen, that inner peace that you once felt. And if this reading resonates with you guys, please be sure to like and share and subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. All right. So, Spirit, what can air signs do to restore that inner peace or to kind of understand their relationship or what they've experienced romantically up to this point from a more spiritual perspective? Okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay, guys, let's start off by just looking at the bottom card here. All right. We have eliminate distractions. Stop shining light on things that you are not, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So this card is kind of telling you that it's time for you to surrender your attachment to results or to a specific outcome, or how you really wish things to be, particularly in your romantic situation, because you seem to already, kind of think about the results. And if they don't turn out the way that you do, it turns out, you end up getting hurt here. Okay. So this card is telling you that it might be even time for you to even take time out for fun or just take time out for you and learn to just simply say no. This card is also urging you to stop pleasing others. Surrender your need to be right. Come back to you, okay? Surrender control. This is what this card is kind of telling you. Release worries, okay? Release doubts. And you have to learn how to establish appropriate boundaries when it comes to your romantic situation. So this card leaves you with a question here. How can you, air signs, reclaim your power here? Look at areas of your life or in your situation, particularly romantically, and see where you've kind of given away your power. It's time to come back to you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? That's the essence of your reading here. So let's move right along and just look at your next card and just, try to get a better understanding of your hopes and fears here. All right? We have everything is a reflection. Hold up the energetic mirror. Okay? So this card is kind of suggesting that some of you might be afraid of really facing, I'm feeling the truth about yourself, about even your doppelganger. For those of you who are familiar with the term as used in literature. Okay? Because it seems that with your situation, it seems that most of what you've been encountering seems to be a lot of past hurts, you know? Either that perhaps you endured when you were a child, or perhaps in your relationships, because again, we are focusing specifically on your romantic situation, but we're trying to get a better understanding of why you might be, acting the way that you might be. So it seems that this card is suggesting that many of you need to kind of take that extra step or take the extra time to heal Okay? It's time that you, ladies and gentlemen, that this card is indicating that you hold up that energetic mirror here. All right? Look in the mirror to see what's really causing pain or what has been causing pain. And live in this moment. You have to let go of the past and embrace today, not yesterday, not even the future. This moment is sufficient. Okay? Now let's just go on and just move along, just get more specific into your situation, your present situation here. All right? We have out of the woods, you've made it through. All right? So this card is kind of suggesting to you that you guys have really put in tremendous effort, you know? You worked hard, particularly in your romantic side, your situation here. All right? And it shows that you've done the footwork. And this card is kind of telling you that it's time to kind of let it go here. It's time to just let go of the stress because it's hard work that you've put into it and trying to create a, harmonious type romantic situation, because due to perhaps also that you've experienced separations and many of you are in an existing type situation as well. But this card is saying to you that you finally arrived in some sense. You finally committed yourself to really, it seems that many of you are beginning to really let the past go here. All right. And you're understanding that it is whatever it is. You can't go back and change things. So it's best that you stop, really continuously beating yourself up for perhaps some of the decisions that you may have made here. All right. It's time that you just accept it and you have to forgive it. And I can't keep stressing forgiveness throughout these readings because that is a strong element that seems to be showing in all of your readings I'm getting. So this card shows that you have, in fact, as I said, arrived and you're now ready to embrace change. And for many of you, this change will include you attracting a new lover, okay? I feel that your past has certainly taught you many karmic lessons, and these lessons, ladies and gentlemen, have certainly lifted you out of that abyss of despair that many of you found yourself in for quite some time now. So the card is asking you here is to ask yourself, what newness is in fact emerging? And again, this reading, if I didn't mention, it is valid until the end of next month here. So it seems that a lot of new things wants to come in or opportunities are coming towards you guys, but you just have to embrace change here. Stop being stuck or feeling stuck in a rut here. All right. If you continue to do the same things, then you're going to get the same results, right? I'm sure we all have heard of that adage here, but perhaps it might have been spoken a little differently from what I've said. But let's go on and just look at your next card and just look at, what might help as a solution here. What does your soul, ladies and gentlemen, calls for? And it's kind of ironic here that this reading is actually an alignment type spread. And guess what card appears here? Soul alignment. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for many of you to make a radical change. And this includes, as I said, letting the past go. As long as you continue to keep on having these feelings or these thoughts, or you're constantly in your head about what may have occurred in the past, it's going to constantly hold you back. All right? So, this card is telling you it's time that you take a chance. Take a leap of faith, okay? Embrace, as I said, a new beginning as well as change. You have to look forward to a fresh start. And spirit will, in fact, tell you what changes are needed. So it's time that many of you tune in because, again, you have to trust your intuitive faculties a bit more, than what you've been. And it's best that you stop second guessing yourself. Now let's get another message here that your higher self would like you to know here. All right? Leader of life, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So with being the leader of life there, you need to really understand your importance to this cosmos. You light up the room. Many of you, you know, to those, you know, that surround you. I'm getting it's like a light, you know. Understand that your power certainly does not dwell outside of you. Rather, it resides within. So use your intuition again, as I've already stressed, and you got to release fear. You got to release doubt. You got to trust. Okay? And let's look at a few barriers just to get you, will give you some messages about perhaps a barrier that you need to kind of get around here. It seems to be blocking you in some sense here. So you have the universe rewards motion. So we already know what that barrier is for you guys, right? Your procrastination, your inability to act. So that seems to be blocking you. And this card urges you to start taking action. And many of you, I feel that you are certainly facing a fork in the road, and you're vacillating quite a bit too much here, you know, about your next step, and you just don't know what to do. So the universe, ladies and gentlemen, is certainly not blocking you. It is you. So it's time that you make some type of effort. And for some of you, you might still need to make a decision about something here in regards to a romantic situation. So this card is asking you to consider what guided action can you take, and you can start taking those today that your intuition is really telling you. Okay? So, enough with those cards here. I'm going to go on and just pull out another deck here because we're releasing things, okay? We're trying to transform our lives here. We're trying to restore that unshakable inner peace. And in doing so, it might be helpful for us to consider a few things that you might want to also consider letting go or releasing as you transform your life to a healthier situation here. So let's see what additional messages Spirit would have for you. So Spirit, what additional message you'd like me to share here with air signs? A few other things that they might want to consider letting go during this time period in question. Okay, let's see what we have. Wow. Surrender fear. I can't stress it enough. Let go of the fearful stories that many of you have been telling yourself. Stay in the moment and focus on solutions and really start to celebrate every baby step forward. Again, isn't it something? It's the same things that I've said to you. Surrender to what is. It's time that you flow with what is instead of constantly fighting it. Because when you really can't change a situation, trust me, compassionately accepting it as it is, that's going to bring you the peace that your heart is seeking, ladies and gentlemen. Understand that, particularly in romantic situations, we all have the idea that we can make somebody better. Don't make me over. How's that song? Okay. So, this card is telling you to surrender the idea you can fix someone, okay? Understand that it's certainly time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone because each person definitely must be certainly accountable for his or her own healing. And what you're doing, you're just simply wasting your time when you're trying to do that. All right, let's get two more messages out here. It's time that you surrender to passion because I do believe that not only will you be meeting a new person here, I think that an existing type situation is going to improve considerably. Some of you may even improve your circumstances with an exchange X here. You might reconcile and understand, ladies and gentlemen, that reconciliation does not mean that you have to be back with this person again, but you just might decide to reconcile because keep in mind there are other things in store for you. Okay, you don't have to revisit the past to experience that pain all over again. There's no need, right? So, with that said, it's time that you get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people and or the activities that really ignite your passion and let it flow. All right? And last message with these cards, please surrender obsessive thinking. Because certainly if you are in fact obsessing about a person or even a situation, it's time that you turn the dilemma over to spirit, because really doing so will simply help you gain the clarity that your heart so desires. It also will help many of you solve the problem, okay? So, in conclusion, air signs, all right, I like to leave you with a message meant for you from my postcards here. All right, I'm going to go on and shuffle them up right now and ask Spirit, what message would you like air signs to focus on during this time period in question? What message? Okay, let's see. Give it a good shuffle. All right, here we go. Let's see what it says. Dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes a loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain hunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break open wide. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, ever more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love heals all. We are loving you, sending you love always and forever. Okay? So, air signs, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered you the information or provided you with information beyond what you've already thought. Okay? If it resonated with you guys, please be sure to like and share. Subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. Be sure to send over your comments. If you'd like a more personal reading, you can definitely contact me at Will Brown at watconsultinginc.net. Enjoy your evening. Have a nice day.